My friend Matt is not a gamer at all, but somehow I convinced him 2 years ago to play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is his story.
Matt, how do you feel about Breath of the Wild?
Bro, this is dope. I just got some schmeat that dropped from the sky. Some fat schmeat.
We use the amiibo, the bokoblin.
This guy gave me some schmeat. He provided all the schmeat.
Alright, what's your loadout looking like, Matt?
Bro, look at me. Here, I'm gonna actually get out of this real quick. Look at me, bro. Here, I'm gonna put this back on my back. Woo! Woo! Actually, I'm gonna stand right here because it looks cooler. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness!
Hi, I'm Try. I sat down in a local dry bar with my buddy Matt to share some sodas and relive his experience with Breath of the Wild. Enjoy.
Yeah. I thought I was a pretty good gamer because I played the Wii. I feel like, what, am I not a gamer because
didn't venture to anything else?
No.
You didn't try any other games?
I will. Okay, that's a lie. I did play the McDonald's Toy Sonic game. That I was. Hey, I was pretty good at it. I got all the way to the 3rd level. There were 3 levels.
Okay, so clearly you don't play games.
This is
Today
a
we're
fun
talking
podcast.
about Breath of the Wild.
I love Breath of the Wild.
You love Breath of the Wild, but you don't like video games.
It has changed. I used to. What he's getting at is I used to hate video games with a passion. I had a stigma against the gamer, as it were. I'm kidding.
But what piqued your interest in Breath of the Wild?
I mean that's a loaded question.
Didn't just pick it up and start playing it.
No, I didn't. The music is great. I love the music. Initially, that's what brought me to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Let's go back. We were roommates.
The little yeah, we were
We were roommates. I would put on our TV Breath of the Wild's scenic locations with music from the game.
We put it on the TV and listened to it very often, and it was nice because it had like the little violin sounds. There was nice fire cracking. I was interested.
And I think I'm forgetting his name, but he's the chief in Tears of the Kingdom, the bird. You loved the bird.
You're talking about
Keva, something like that. He was
Frick, what's his name? I love that guy. Yeah,
not Cass.
He would pop. Oh, who's the guy who'd pop a squat next to the fireplace?
That's
who's that
exactly
guy?
what I'm talking about. I don't remember his name, but I'll show him.
Dang.
He's
In
like
Rito
Keva or
Village.
something.
Was
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Rito?
It was Rito Village. Yeah.
That was nice.
So, what's funny is, Matt, you never owned Breath of the Wild.
I didn't.
You
I didn't
played-
want to own Breath of the Wild.
You played my copy of Breath of the Wild.
I would go over
For
to
the whole
I would go
game.
over to his house. He'd be like, "Hey, can I play? Can I play on your?" I felt like a kid again. It was.
It'd be 9 p.m. He'd come over, and then it'd be 1 a.m. We were both married when he played too.
Keep in mind, we're in college when this happened. So
Yeah,
so
we're
this
in
is in high school. Me going over to his house. I would knock on his door with wife
Yeah,
and say, "Hey, can
I?"
I?"
Had a wife, he had a wife. He'd leave his wife.
I would come over
And
barefoot.
then I'd watch him play the game and leave my wife.
I would. You would ask to play the game. You'd like
ask
watching
to
me play the
watch.
game. Yeah, you'd like watching me run around the field not knowing what to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you, those first 10 hours of you playing that game
They were bad.
Probably the hardest I've ever cringed watching a gameplay session.
They were pretty rough.
You didn't know how to use the camera. You walked,
I didn't know how to
stopped,
climb a wall.
You didn't know how to climb it. It
That
was
was
just,
so. Okay, well let's go back a second because I knew how to climb. I didn't know how to use my stamina correctly, so I'd go in like diagonally up the mountain for 30 minutes, and I'm like, why do I keep dying? I kept dying.
Yeah, you did. We saw that game over screen a lot, but you learned each time.
Hey, but then I got my what's it, the parasail?
The paraglider.
Yeah, I got my paraglider
And I mean, the combat, I remember I had you training in the camps, the bokoblin camps,
up on the plateau.
up on the plateau
Oh.
to make sure you were ready.
That takes me back. Taking out bokoblin camps on the plateau. That's old. Oh.
So what about Breath of the Wild do you like?
So
Why did
okay,
you keep playing it?
okay, and this is coming from a non-gamer. I loved how open world it was. Like the fact that I can immerse myself in a world that's just like do whatever you want. I love that. I love that. It took me away. I would come home from a hard day of work, and I'm like, let me go ravage some bokoblins. Let me go ransack some. Let me go find some arrows and stuff. That was fun.
So a lot of it was the beauty of the game, the art of the game.
The art was nice, but I really did like how it was just okay. Yeah, it wasn't like a linear game. It was a game where I would pop in and I could literally go into a cave and sleep if I wanted to, and just like spend my time there. I love that, and I love that I could. Yeah, just that it was very open world and that I could do whatever I wanted. That was nice, and then it had really nice music wherever I went. So like if I was like it was at nighttime, it was like. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. How wonderful.
How was it with me watching you play the game?
Oh, it was funny.
Was I a good
Okay.
backseat gameplay?
Okay. Gameplay with Tri. I would go into this gameplay with Tri and hear this subtle voice saying, "Oh, you should go over here. What's over in that corner over there? Oh, that's scary. You should walk over there."
I specifically
was like the whole
remember really wanting you to get to the dragon that's on the mountain by Hateno Village.
Oh wait,
Remember
was
there's
that
the one
was
that you
that?
have to save it from the gloom? You
In
climb
the
up an icy mountain, and there's a dragon.
Oh
covered in
yeah!
ice.
Oh, that was
you have
funny.
To paraglide
Yeah,
around
and then
it,
it's like
shooting
a whole what is that? What is that?
And I think
I forgot
remember
about that.
I went to bed or something like that, and you beat it, and I wasn't
did.
there for it. And you're very
I feel like I got pretty good, not pretty fast. It took a while. It took a while of collecting things, items to get where I wanted to
You
be.
loved
But
collecting.
I loved collecting. I loved looking at my inventory and seeing stuff, even if I didn't use that stuff. Sometimes I would get like an insane sword or bow and arrow, and I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. You know
would never-
why?
You were scared of it breaking.
I was scared of it breaking, so I didn't use
That
it.
might be a flaw of the game, but
and I would get rid of like half of my utility so I could just have things that I wouldn't use.
I do still think it's impressive and maybe a little sad that you played all of Breath of the Wild on my Switch.
I played
Probably
every.
100 hours.
Did we ever
all
look
on
to
my
see?
Switch.
Did we ever look to see how
How long?
it was? Yeah,
No, I'm gonna
We
say at
didn't?
least 70 hours though.
it had to be more.
At my house.
In the evenings,
In
dang.
the evenings, yep.
In the
And
mornings,
this was 2 years ago. This was before
before kids.
before
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom is what
Yeah.
I was going for, but yeah, also before
Yeah,
kids.
this is before Tears. Yeah, that's why Tears of the Kingdom, that trailer when it came out. I was you hopped me in to Breath right
right
in time to be excited for
Exactly.
that. That was
Yep,
good.
and
That
the
was good.
goal. That was the plan.
Yeah.
I wanted more of my
That
friends
was-
to be excited with me.
Your Tears of the Kingdom was my Infinity War trailer.
No, that's valid.
That is valid. That is what I equate it to.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
So by the time you were finishing Breath of the Wild, though,
Yeah.
I mean, we went from rags to riches, from you literally not knowing how to play a video game
Yeah.
to farming Lionels
Dude, I was farming those Lionels.
within just one game. It takes a lot of people, multiple games to get good at anything.
I think it was more of a the challenge for me, the challenge of the hunt. I was like, I'm getting good at this game, and I was like, I can kill these things, the things that I would avoid. I remember we would go into a field, and you would get so mad because I would be like, nope, I'm turning around. I would save the game and be like, no, I'm not fighting this thing. So I'd go to another Bokoblin camp because I didn't want to fight the
Break a
Lionel.
weapon or something like that. You're like, well, gotta
I know I would reset the game. That was my strat. For the gamers, they're like, that's cheating. I'm sorry. That's
Well,
how I
Matt, what
win.
was your favorite section of the game?
Oh,
what
man.
area did you like exploring?
I think my favorite was either it might have been Gerudo Village or what's the bird town? Rito. Oh no,
Also my
I like
favorite.
Gerudo too. Rito Village. Only because what was the sand?
Gerudo.
Okay, sorry, it's been a minute, guys. Sorry, it's been a minute.
He-
Gerudo
he's
Village.
still new to games,
I am. I'm still new to games.
new
I'm
to
sorry.
some
I'm not a vet by any means, but yeah, Gerudo Village because I like the sand of it. It got cooler, and we'll talk about this later. But it got cooler in Tears of the Kingdom. But like the aesthetic and the artwork you mentioned was really really awesome. Like how there was things set up in when I walk into Gerudo Village that I could put on that could make it easier for me to walk through. And it was nice. But
Is there any specific like moments from the game that you remember fondly that you were just like, wow, what a great game?
I really liked the what are they called? The monster things.
The Divine Beasts.
Divine Beast. I love the Divine Beast. It made me feel smart when I would do the puzzles, and actually that's something that I think that Breath has far over Tears is the shrines and the things that, like the puzzles they have you do are so much more intricate.
Yeah.
And every time I beat one, I felt so smart. I loved that. I loved going into the places and being like, man, I'm smart at
Even
this.
though Breath is still really open, Tears is more open, and I feel like that makes the Breath of the Wild puzzles feel
Yeah,
more complete.
so they each have their pros and cons. I think Breath, when it comes to the shrines, I think they're better, and I think I really like the Divine Beast, which Tears doesn't have. But Tears is obviously far bigger, and so like it has a depths that I got scared at, and so on and so forth.
So before Tears, though, you still didn't have a Switch,
I didn't have a Switch. No,
but
I didn't.
you got one.
Call it addiction. If you play a thing enough, you get convinced to buy a thing. It's how did I even get the Switch?
Facebook Marketplace.
It was Facebook Marketplace.
It
Yeah.
was the only
Oh
way you
yeah,
could
yeah.
subscribe
And,
to-
okay.
Yeah.
This is a story. So I went and bought a Switch because I really wanted to play Tears of the Kingdom. And Josh limited my screen time on his Switch. He said no more, and I was like, fine, I have to buy my own. And so I went on Facebook Marketplace, and what was it priced at? It was like 250 or something. And for those of you listening, I'm pretty good at the sales, the sales mark, and bidding people down to some extent. Josh is looking at, or tries looking at me like that's incorrect, and it probably is. But and so I had Try go and get the Switch, and the guy I was buying it from, kept bringing the price down. I was like, I think I can get this guy down to like $100. And so I ended up getting it for like $150 or something like that. But
you were upset by that because
I was so upset.
You thought you could get it lower than $150.
That's
already literally half price.
I thought I could do the swindle. I thought I could do the big swindle and get a cheap Switch, but it was worth it.
You eventually got it. You got
yes, I did.
I remember before the game came out, it was a couple weeks before, you had the Switch and you were like, should I sell this? I don't even know if I want this. And I remember being so mad. I was like, this dude got the Switch finally, and he's about to experience peak game.
I was gonna sell it.
And he was gonna sell it after buying it, and he got it for cheap.
I did get it for cheap. I'm a penny pincher, but definitely worth not selling it. It was, I think, one of the best purchases. I think the best purchase I've ever made is the Avengers DVD, but the second best purchase is the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm not a nerd.
He's not a nerd, guys.
I am a nerd, guys. I am a nerd in a different way, but yeah.
So, final thoughts. Breath of the Wild. What was your experience like going from?
It changed me a lot. So in the beginning, I talked about the stigma that I had with gamers, and it's not entirely negative. I was in the majority back then, where I thought gamers was a certain thing and gaming was a certain thing. But when I immersed myself in that world, he explained it perfectly. I could not get out of it, and I was so entrenched that I ended up buying a Switch. I still listen to the Breath of the Wild soundtrack when I'm studying and whatnot, but change it. And I actually ended up helping my little brother transitioning that knowledge into.
Yeah, you helped your brother.
I helped my brother beat it. Yeah, beat the game.
So are you a Zelda fan forever? Are we gonna have to see what the next one brings?
No, see, I hate gaming. I can't. I just can't.
You've gotten 2 of them, so
I did beat both, but yeah, no, I think I love Breath of the Wild. I love Zelda. I love it so much. I love it so much. But
thank you, man.
Yes,
Thanks for joining me for this session.
Thank you for swindling me.
Of course, yeah.
And thank you for breathing down my neck every time I played.
Thanks for breathing breath.
Curious. Interesting.
Thanks again to Matt for taking the time to talk. Also, thank you all so much for the love and support on my videos. We are at 400 subscribers, and I've only been on YouTube for 2 weeks. Seriously, thank you all so much. If you like content like this, subscribe, like the video, and be sure to check out my chat with RogersBase, my favorite YouTuber. And as always,
thank you for all your support!